world, we know we the most hated people on the planet. And on top of that, we our own worst enemy at the same time. We talk about coming together, doing this and doing that. We talk about the history, the hatred, the slavery. Then, even so, we go even further to bring up the Jim Crow stuff, right? They go over the Jim Crow writings, the strategic, calculated plan that was supposed to last thousands of years to keep us divided, right? We can read this stuff with our own eyes. Listen to what I'm tell you. We can go as black people and go and read the plan that was devised against us to keep us divided. And in the plan that we read, we can see where it talks about playing the light against the dark, the good her, the Willie Lynch, the good her against the I don't want to call it nappy because it's not nappy. That's just what they instilled in us. You know what I'm saying? The straight hair against the curly hair. The stronger man against the weak man. We can literally go and read for ourselves the texture. We could go and read for ourselves what it said they was doing, the effect that it was going to have, and how long it was going to last. And we see it still being effective to this day. And guess what we do? We still do it. Do y'all not find that? That's crazy, ain't it? That's bizarre. That's bizarre that you can still turn on TikTok, see black people recording black people fighting. You can turn on Facebook, watch people record black people, other black people. That's crazy, ain't it? You can turn on Instagram and watch black people, black women, into it with other black women, shame other black. It's in our eyes, in our face, every day, all day. Listen to me. Watch what I'm finna tell you. Go put up. These folks will take down a positive message, a positive video. They'll flag you. Listen what I'm finna tell you. They'll flag you in this Pride Month, and I don't, because that rainbow don't belong to them. That rainbow belongs to the Most High. That rainbow is a symbol of liberty and freedom. That rainbow is not what they tried to take and pervert. That's not what it stands for. But look, listen what I'm gonna tell you. I get on here because I don't care the people who will cancel it. I don't care nothing about that. You can't counsel a child of the Most High. What is wrong with you? But listen, check this out. You can get on there and talk about that group of people. Them folks will take down your video. Go try it. Them folks, you get on there, them folks will take down your video. They'll take it down. Get on there. I saw a video yesterday. They was recording this black woman gunning down another black woman. She drove herself to the hospital. It's viral. It's viral. How many videos you done seen of black people getting murdered on social media and a viral video? And then check this out. Go through the comment section and see see who in the comment section. Black folks in the comment section. Black folks. It's every single time. Listen to me. DC Young Fly wife passed away due to whatever reason, whatever it was, right? This man, listen what I'm finna tell you. He a praying man, first and foremost. He know who he belong to. He rep the tribe that he come from, which is Judah. The man claimed he know the Most High. He know the history. This man, a praying man, I ain't speaking on his career. I ain't speaking on choices he made. I ain't speaking on things that we disagree with and we judge him on because he's in the public eye and we can't see what you do on a daily basis. I can't see what you do in your bedroom. I can't see who you sneaking in your house. I can't see who house you going to. I can't see who you talk about behind their back. I can't see how many lies you done told. I can't see none of that. DC Young Fly life is on public display. So you get to see everything. And for some reason, this man, he's a vessel for sure. He'll wear his fringes and everything. That's public. He publicly with it. He letting it be known. I am a child of the Most High. I am a part of the tribe of the children of Israel. I come from the tribe of Judah. He'll tell you that. He'll give you the truth. But then we look at it as in the black community. Any black person who reach a certain level of success, you can go, and it's in your scripture too. Any black person who reach a certain level of success, they come with status and monetary. What's up with you? Any black person that reach a certain level of success, they come with some kind of monetary success or freedom. The first thing they want to scream and yell is, them folks done sold they soul. This man's wife passed away for whatever reason. I saw the video where this man celebrated what he believed. It say to be absent of the body is to be present with Christ. Everybody grieve different. Everybody process different. Everybody's relationship with the king is different. But the scripture quote, what he believed, it say to be absent of the body is to be present with the king. This man stand by this casket strong. He say in the video, we prayed on him. We believe it. His kids right there. He was still letting it be known. This is a Job moment at the time. This man, he has the life that I guarantee you majority of people wish they could have. He has the life that majority of people, the family that most people would have, would rather have, the career, the success, the money, the everything. This man have a small portion of a Job moment. And the first thing the black community holler out, because he demonstrated, absent of the body is to be present with Christ. The man stood on that. And in one of his probably most heartbreaking moments, this is what everybody want to do. The black community, the bloggers, the vloggers, the podcast, all these people, this is what they want to do. They want to bring up times they had arguments. How many times you done had arguments with your loved ones? How many times you done had argument with your significant other? But you never wish that on them. No, do what? Then they want, listen to me. This man was already successful. What? Do what? People just be blowing me. And it be the black community every single time. This man get up here and demonstrate this strength. And the first thing, majority, listen what this is key right here. Majority of the people who going to church on Sunday, these the ones. The majority of the people who have not studied the scripture and don't know the scripture, don't understand the scripture, don't possess the spirit of the Most High. They don't have no discernment. They don't possess the love, the peace, the joy, the gentleness. They don't have it. And half of them people who got on there and spoke and said that this man sacrificed his wife, they'll be sitting in church Sunday. Matter of fact, they waiting on these mega church pastors to speak on something in the same nature where they can all sit there and agree. But ain't now one of them gonna fix their mouth and say TD Jakes sold his soul. There's the ones that sitting in this congregation. Ain't now one of them gonna get up there and say, George Myers sold his soul. They ain't gonna do what? Majority, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that. But because they look at it different, and when it comes to the celebrity who out here doing all the worldly thing, how many times your pastor done got caught up in a scandal? Huh? How many times your pastor done got caught up in a scandal? He was just covering it good. He was just hiding it good. That's why most people they putting too much faith in their pastor and not in reading the word themselves. Because the word tell you, study to show thyself approved. The word tell you that. Study to show thyself approved. DC Young Fly is an example of that. But then we'll get up. This man, he sold his soul. He sold his soul. Look, he ain't shed a tear. Dude, what? If he would have shed a tear, guess what they would have said? Oh, he faking. He up there crying. He glad that woman gone and that he just, it wouldn't have mattered how he done it. It wouldn't have mattered if he cried, if he didn't cry. If he showed emotion, he didn't show emotion. It wouldn't have mattered what that man did. The world was already ready to say he sacrificed that girl. That wouldn't occur. Not the world. It wasn't the world. Go show me a white person that said it. Go show me a white person that shared it on their social media and said he sacrificed her. Go show me 10 white people in the comment section that don't got a black boyfriend or a black girlfriend or go show me somebody that's really white. I'm talking about didn't grow up in the hood, didn't grow up around. I'm talking about the white person out there in the suburbs. I'm talking about child go to private school. Show me a real white person who said it. You ain't gonna find it. You ain't gonna find it. Go show me a real white person who go show me one that you will go in their mouth if they get close to saying that N-word versus the ones y'all let get away with it. Yeah, I said y'all because I ain't let the ones y'all let get away with it who can say it because they been hanging around y'all your life. You ain't gonna find them in the comment section. Go find me one. Go find me one. You ain't gonna do that. Let me tell you something, man. Let me get off DC, man, because DC, man, listen. I don't know the brother, never met the brother, never spoke to the brother. But I'm going to tell you this. He know who he is. He know who he belongs to. And I've seen him speak on the king several times. And the scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. I ain't responsible for nobody else to get to heaven. Only thing I am is a vessel. It say one plant, one water, the Most High get an increase. I ain't got nothing to do with you walking through them gates. It got everything to do with you. So while you want to sit back and judge people based on what you done seen on TV or something they done got caught up in, and because you ain't in the public eye and the camera ain't on you 80 million all the time and you getting away with it, I'm sick of people ready to fix their mouth and say, well, look, because I'm going to tell you something. While you sitting up there doing that, the Most High know all and see all. While you sitting up here wanting to take aim at celebrities and people who got status and fame and all that this is now, get what the scriptures say. The scriptures say you need to get that log out of your eye before you start. But listen, before you start talking about that speck that's in your brother's eye, get that log out of yours before you get that speck that's in your. Now, I'm only saying, everybody who has reached a certain level of success don't carry themselves in the manner that most people think. You thinking because people done got to a certain level, these folks sold, they this, they that don't mean that. That don't mean that. And parts of me speaking to that is speaking on that is because I've watched my own journey. I watched the mistakes I made and how many times I done got on my knees and got up and corrected it and just kept trusting and letting him guide and lead me. And I watched so many things take place. And I said, you know what? I'm glad I see certain things. And I'm saying this because there's a lot of people on here who going to go through the same experience. Then I don't know. It's different levels to it, but it's the same experience. It's going to be some people who going to blame, who going to accuse, who going to say certain things about you, all because the Most High continue to elevate you. I'm going to tell you something. When there's a calling and there's a purpose on your life, you can't even get in the way of it. You listen, you can lie to people. You can get over on people. You can do, listen, if it's a calling and a purpose on your life, let me explain something to you. You can't even get in the way of the calling. You can't even, the gift of the Most High is irrevocable. Where you need to go, you gonna go. People, the paths you need to cross with some people, you're going to have to cross them paths. Now, the mistakes, the sins that you commit, all of that stuff, you're going to have to answer that when it comes to the Most High. But let me tell you something. Them people that he needed you to get to, oh, you still going. You going to go. Now, you're going to have to answer for what you done. But you going where you have to go. And see, that people get in the way. DC, y'all don't know how many conversations this man done had where he done sowed seeds or either done watered the seed that had already been planted. Y'all don't know how many private conversations this man done had with youths or grown, or whoever the case may be, and he done said something and it changed the course of their life. You don't know. But what we do is the black community, we sit back. And this is what for some reason, we don't understand how we are our own worst enemy. I'm talking about in real life. We sit back and allow that crafty enemy that we claim we so familiar with because we done read the Bible. We allow that snake, that cunning enemy get in us and not realize you're continuing to tear down the children of the king. We watch this brother on public display who possibly has the ability to speak a word because he done it. He done it. Look, go watch the video when DC spoke at their funeral. He spoke a word so heavy. You see how many people shared it. You see how many times y'all seen it on somebody's story. How many times? Because listen to me. Y'all, too many people concerned about the messenger. He got to work out his own salvation. It was the message. He spoke something heavy. He demonstrated strength. He demonstrated trust. He continued to demonstrate his faith in the Most High. Did you see how many people shared it? And then listen, guess what the enemy always do? He creep in and try to pervert. In that very moment, get what I said? They finna say he sacrificed them. Get why I said it? Because listen to me, that discernment kick in and you able to see, you able to read when the world finna take something and pervert it. I said his strength will help point somebody in the direction of Christ, because too many people gonna say, where did this strength come from? His faith, it's too many people who ready to get on their knee because they was like, ooh, that's some strong faith right there. He took that and commended. Where did that faith come from? Listen, what the scripture tell you gotta be able to give somebody a hope for what it is that you believe in. So when you sitting there and you watching him, deep down the enemy want to get in and want to cause something for you to say, something ain't right about that. You know why? Because that's where that perversion come in, because it was too pure. Meatloaf, it was too pure. It was too pure. And anything that come off that pure, the first thing the enemy wants you to do is pervert it. The enemy wants you to twist it, turn it in any shape, form, or fashion as to where you won't receive it the way it need to be received. So by the time the enemy see, oh, it's a word going forth out here. It's people that started praying on the strength of that. It's people who done started gaining their faith back on the strength of that. It's people who done seen, you know how many people done lost their loved one and said they couldn't understand? You know how many people lost their loved one and they couldn't represent it that the way that he did? You know why they couldn't? Because they lack of understanding of who the king is. The only reason he was able to stand is strong, not saying that he ain't hurting, not saying that he ain't in pain, not saying that he ain't said, you know, I don't understand, but I trust. Not saying none of that. But at the time, what he had to do is lean on what it is he been reading and studying and believing in. What's up with kids? He ain't had no choice but to do that. You know how many people done lost their kids and because on the strength of they don't have the strong as relationship as DC might, and they question the Most High to this day. It affects their relationship with the King today. Some of them don't even want to pray. You know why? He sit back and he read and he study and he say, this is one of them moments where you have to stand on the scripture. And then see people, this is where people get it messed up. People think when you come into the kingdom, people think your life is supposed to flow peaches and cream. Then you must didn't study the journey of the king. Did you not see the journey of Yeshua, who we know as Jesus the Christ? What's up, my girl? Did you not watch it? Did you not watch what the disciples went through after the crucifixion? I don't think you studied the journey properly. You know why? Because it's too many people, it's too many believers who sitting in churches and they watching these pastors preach this fluffy, watered down stuff, and you thinking your life when you come into Christ is supposed to just do this right here. You think you're supposed to just elevate and elevate and elevate with no restriction, nothing coming against you. You think your success, you think your money and your bread supposed to just continue to stack, and ain't gonna be no loopholes thrown in there because you didn't understand and know how to do this or know how to do that. People just think when you come into Christ that all your trauma, all your hurt, all your pain, all that stuff just stop. That's what they feel. They think that all that stuff is supposed to just go away. When did I didn't read a comment where they were saying all these places DC going to, he praying before he go. They got pictures of him. He praying, he coming out on stage. He do what he do as far as his career, but then he's speaking on the king. He wearing the clothes that show that he understand that he royalty. There ain't nobody saying, oh, they saw he was wearing his fringes. What is them things on his clothes right there? And then you go and study and you see that that's what the children of Israel, he said, be ye separate. That's one of the examples to show the separation from the world. So when they look at it, it automatically raised the question. Did nobody say that this man was attacked on the strength of, may he plant seeds and he watering? Now what they did, they turned around and said this man sacrificed his wife on the strength of he's being successful. And it's coming from us. And it come from us in the beginning of this. What I spoke on was, it's crazy to me. What's up, my girl? It's crazy to me how we know we are the most hated people in the entire world. I didn't say the United States. People of color are the most hated people in the world. We know that. Then we know, because of the tactics that they create in the program, we know we are our own worst enemy. And the craziest thing about that is we can read and see history where they devised it to be this way. They devised this plan for us to hate each other, not like each other, be against each other, take each other out, talk to each other the way we talk about each other. They devised it that way. And we still do it. You aware of it and you know it. Is that not that's the deepest, that sounds like the deepest, worst sickness that a man can have, ain't it? That's crazy, ain't it? When you go to the doctor and they tell you got the flu and they tell you what to take to get rid of it, you take it, don't you? When you got a headache and they done told you that Tylenol can cure your headache, what you do? You take it. Why? Because you want to stop the headache. Huh? When you finally get to a point and they tell you need to go to therapy, it's gonna help you, and you want the help, what do? You go to therapy to fix the problem. When you realize you done got older in life and you realize you need to work out and stretch more in order for, your ligaments and everything, what do? You start stretching and taking care of yourself right. When you realize you've been eating too much and your cholesterol is high, and you realize you might get the diabetes running in your family. Now, what do? You start eating right. You start putting fruits and vegetables in your system, don't you? You go to fix it. You trying to do something to fix the problem. Do you not find it amazing that we know the problem, seen the problem, identified the problem? Not only have we identified the problem, we acknowledge the problem and still do it to each other. Hello, somebody. Y'all don't find that crazy? I can't be the only one. The way I just said, is that not crazy to you? That's crazy. That's mind blowing. Just sit and think about it. And it's 600 of us on here right now. Majority of us black. Let me tell you something. If we got together this weekend, all of us, we all put our money in the pot, came up with a plan. This is what we finna do. We finna get some land. We're gonna get a garden. We're gonna get some cattle. We're gonna build some things and this and that. Out of this 600, you get 2 weeks. We was all on the same page. That enemy will creep in, and more than half of them will be jealous, envious, all of that old stuff. And then it'll affect because you still deep down won't even realize you're doing it. Stop. Just stop. If it's a problem, come talk. Say, listen. This how easy it is. Man, you know what? I could be wrong. You ain't even got to say that. Man, I'm just feeling some type of way. I'm feeling left out, deep down, what I'm saying? I'm a little jealous, y'all getting to do this and I ain't doing. Listen to me. That's how you defeat the enemy every single time. Communicate how you feeling. That way, what you misinterpreted, what you might be misreading or not understanding, because everybody calling is different. When you go and read the scripture, everybody had a different assignment. Everybody not the pastor. Everybody not the intercessor. Everybody not the one that's carrying the faith. Everybody is not the one that's nurturing. Everybody don't have the gift to edify. Everybody not good at encouraging. Everybody is different. You sitting back and not realizing, look, check this out. This is what you good at. Everything else that you see, everything else that's moving and how it's moving, don't even worry about that, bro. Because the small thing that you do is helping edify everything else, homie. The pinky toe. By itself, you cut your pinky toe off right now, you a limp. But most people don't realize that the pinky toe is significant. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just that crazy. It's too many people feeling like a pinky toe. And I didn't realize if I hit that right now, I have a slight limp. It's effective. If that's all you are, then be the best pinky toe you can be. That's all you got to do. Be the best pinky. If they told you, look, listen, your job is to set out paper plates and get the cups and pour drinks in them and set out the plastic. That's it. Just do what they ask. That's it. Because can't nobody pour a drink and set out plastic paper cups like you. Listen to me. Just do that. That's all you got to do. And get out the way. Don't be mad because the person got up there and prayed and you said, man, I want to do the prayer, man. Man, I don't never get to. Bro, they told you to set the paper plates and pour water in the cups. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just chill right there, homie. That's all you got. Now, bro, I wanted to pray too. Bro, get them paper plates, man. That's all you got to do. But this is all I wanted to say. I'm going to put this, if you ain't got me on YouTube, go check me out on YouTube. I'm going to put this on YouTube. But I meant everything I said, man. It's real, man, because listen. It's power in numbers. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to, and forgive me if I got them retainers in. It's hard to get to a place of being understanding, because when you get to a place of being understanding, you have to extend grace, because ain't none of us in the position we are or made it to the age we are without the grace and mercy. And so once you get to a place where you can understand, I ain't saying let people mistreat you and run over you. Now, you can disassociate yourself with people that they just ain't there yet. I ain't saying do that. If you can get with some mature people and ready to bust some moves, just don't miss the communication. It's easy to just say how you feel. And if them folks don't acknowledge and care to make no changes about what you said that may have looked valid to you, then disassociate yourself. But don't disassociate yourself because you didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Go on and say something. Communication is key. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all be blessed. Y'all hold it down. If you ain't already followed me, hit the follow button. Go check me out on YouTube. It's Joe Baker.